Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit more about peninsulas and making them look nice and natural. So I did say that I found an island here, okay, and so I'm going to connect that out to this white area so it has a bridge. So I'm just going to go in and kind of erase this and then tidy up the edges. And so I want to just kind of take it and just kind of have it go in like that. And so it kind of naturally kind of flows with the edge of that shadow. That's the important part. Okay, this has a bridge already. This out here, this bridge could be a little bit wider. So I'm just going to go in. And remember, if you do accidentally like have an island that falls out while you're cutting, you just save it and then you just put some tape there and create a bridge. Okay, and so maybe what I'll do is I'll leave this one here. Okay, so this is going to fall out while I'm cutting, and then I'll show you how I'm going to create, kind of repair the stencil for that part. Let's see, some other areas. So these I said I'm going to let go because those are going to be sprayed through with this stencil, and so they will just get sprayed on top. And I should be okay. So I'm actually going to let this whole apple area is going to fall out. So I'm just going to go ahead so I remember that that's happening. And just kind of shade that in real quick. So then I'm not like cutting more lines than I have to either. And so that's going to be dark when I spray it. Now, you could certainly like simplify things at this stage of the game too. You can change how things are going to look. You just have to be mindful of how all the layers are going to spray. But you know, there is going back. Like once you cut the stencil, you can go back and like repair it. If you spray it and an edge feels weird, sometimes you have to be careful because if I was like creating a bridge to those areas that I just covered up and then like, spraying the dark stencil and then spraying this over top, sometimes things get a little weird there because the edges of like what I cut out here doesn't match up perfectly with the edges that I cut up here, and you end up with like a weird, like a white edge there. So that's something you have to watch out for too. But that's why we're doing this practice, and I'm doing this tutorial with you as well. Okay, so that's fixed, and then I'm going to leave this one go. I'm just going to put a little note for myself to fix that one and show you how I fix that. Okay, the lights. So that one is going to come first. Okay, this one is going to come second. So with this one, I am going to have this fall out, okay? And so rather than even cutting it, I'm just going to shade that area in. And as long as I spray paint my lights over top, I will be okay. Okay, so we'll see if I'm right and if it's all going to work out. The next step is going to be cutting. And so I'm basically just cutting all of the dark shapes that I shaded in out of each of the stencils. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to repair that dark stencil to after I cut it out and I have the island, I'm going to show you how to put it back in. Okay. So since I did the shading, I shouldn't have any other pieces fall out except for this one that I'm going to show you how I fix.